The Ballon d'Or ceremony is coming up, guys. We've got 5 nominations that we've all come with together to talk about who's going to win the flipping Ballon d'Or. Guys, please, I'm begging you, please. Like, comment, subscribe. It helps us so much. And I just want to thank you guys all for the support, for the recent videos that we dropped.
It's been a mad start. It's been a strong start.
There's potential. I'd say there's potential.
Serious potential, bro.
Boy, do you know what we need to do though? We need to trust the process.
Amen. It's kind of
Oh, stop laughing, mate.
What the hell? I think we should drop straight in, man. Let's go straight away, bro. Bro, I'm gonna start with you, Sims. I want to know your candidate for the Ballon d'Or 2025.
Ballon d'Or.
Listen, there's a lot of good options right now. You know, a lot of players. I'd say nowadays, because there's no Cristiano Ronaldo, there's no Messi, there's more availability for players to win the Ballon d'Or nowadays. And there are some strong options, but for me, it's tight nowadays. I would say Dembele is probably the strongest candidate, and because of the numbers he's produced, what he's won, what PSG have done.
I just think that shows how far football's fallen. If that guy's anywhere near, if he's anywhere near a Ballon d'Or, that just shows.
After the seasons that he's had, of course.
He's won a
how many goals did he score in Ligue 1?
He's got.
What I know is in all competitions he's got 35 goals.
He's got 21 goals.
He's got 35 goals.
No, Dylan, he's dropped ridiculous numbers this season.
But you see, with Dembele, for me, I can't lie, he only turned up from January, bro.
No, he didn't. That
He
is
only
an
turned up from
absolutely
January,
fake
bro.
notion. That's a
He
notion.
only started that Ballon d'Or form in January, bro.
I disagree.
My candidate's been dropping bangers.
Cool. So hold on, how many goals did Ousmane Dembele score in Ligue 1 this season?
21 goals.
21 goals. So when Lacazette left Arsenal to go to Ligue 1, he scored 27 goals in his first season back. Yeah, how are we taking Ligue 1 candidates? Who've proven to be washed ballers for many years in the past. Yeah, Dembele is not like. Look, I can see why he's in the debates because of what he's won, but if this is the footballer we are choosing to hold the golden ball this year, like.
But he has just been the best footballer.
First of all, I'm not having that. First of all, Rodri's the current holder. If we're talking about absolute games gone and anybody can win it.
No.
But CDM's the current holder.
At least
and
he's
second
a
of all,
quality
by the
player.
way, you're talking about Ligue 1. Messi dropped one of the best. His 22-23 season was most underrated individual seasons in his career, and he did that in Ligue 1. And when you go over to the stats here, he's got 28 goal contributions in 29 games.
Did Messi win
it?
Yeah,
he did win it that year.
because he's Messi.
But also, he had a fan. Bro, if I bring up Messi stats that year, bearing in mind winning the Copa America,
every single year that Messi wins it, people go, "Oh, it's rigged. It's only Messi because it's Messi." Like,
Messi that year had more GA in all competitions than Haaland did, and Haaland by like 50,
he's playing
60
in Ligue 1.
So
no, but Dylan, hold on. We need to appreciate what Dembele's done in the biggest occasions in the Champions League against our club, scoring the first goal in the first leg.
Scuffed it
in the Champions League final. One of the best players on the pitch.
Still had a fantastic
2 assists
performance.
as well.
It was the performance though, Dylan. It's not just about the goal. The performance overall, he was exceptional.
And also, bearing in mind, statistically, he's never scored more than 12 goals in the league season in his career in one season. And he scored 21. He's got 35 goals in all competitions, plus 16 assists.
Was this by any
What
chance?
is that?
Was it?
Maths?
Yeah.
35 plus 16
So hold on.
in 52
So
games.
he's never
bearing in mind, he's won the treble.
Yeah, so
bearing in mind, he's been in the Champions
wait
League,
for you,
Champions League Player of the Season,
Glenn Cook.
Champions League Player of the Season, League One Player of the Season, won the treble, about to potentially win the Club World Cup, 5 or 6 trophies in one season, mainly because of him being the best player in the team that won the treble. Of course he wins it.
Cool, you started your whole point with this is the first year he's put up these numbers, right?
Yeah.
And that's because this is his first year in Ligue 1. Thank you very much.
Second season.
No,
So
it's
you
not.
jumped.
No, it's not. It's not his second season.
No,
It's his first.
23-24 last season when he
it
scored
is
against
his second
Barcelona,
season.
home and away.
He was playing. No, what? My bad. I didn't realize he was in Ligue 1 because he only put up 3 goals in 26
So
games.
why are you talking about
How
last
can you
season?
blame me for not realizing?
Raphinha was at Leeds
How can you
3
blame
years
me?
ago.
How can you blame me for
God,
not
yeah.
realizing Ousmane Dembele's in France when all he put up was 3 goals in the league in 26
I do believe
I'm
that
sorry.
that
No,
season.
What has that got to do with
that's
that?
what I was gonna say.
Raphinha got relegated with Leeds like 2-3 years ago. Why are we bringing that
Hey,
up?
Willie, last season, we're not talking about last season.
Got
For
through
Ballon
last season,
d'Or.
mate.
This season, we're talking about this season. Dembele, Ballon d'Or shots.
Okay,
he's
cool.
the one.
He's my winner.
He was
Cool,
in the
cool.
top
He's-
4.
Dylan, because
He could be
you're
a winner.
so against Dembele winning the Ballon d'Or here, who is your option? I want to hear this.
What? Who do I think should win it?
Yes,
I think Lamine Yamal has set the world alight this year.
Can we
But
pull up his numbers, please?
100%.
I don't care about his numbers. Rodri won. If Rodri can win the Ballon d'Or,
Rodri's a holding midfielder.
Exactly. So where's the numbers in this? What's numbers got to do with it?
I think attackers.
Lamine Yamal
9
has
goals.
absolutely taken football by storm in the from the Euros to La Liga to slapping in goals with his new hairstyles against Real Madrid
17,
and scoring at the Bernabeu with his weak foot in the top corner in the Champions League. Like it's been non-stop for a whole year. The guy is not giving it a rest. I can't.
Dylan, 9 goals as a winger, and you want him to win the Ballon d'Or.
Okay.
What I would say,
35 versus 9.
what I would say for that
Vinny should have won it
though,
over
a
Rodri.
stat by the way is that when Lamine Yamal has played for Barcelona this season, they've had a 74% chance of winning. When he's not been in the team, they've had a 24% chance.
And the
or
thing is,
whatever equivalent to
That's
100%.
that's
I think
tactical
27,
numbers. I'm
27%.
not trying to buy it too much into that. I'm looking at.
But we've
I'm looking
watched
at the
it.
footballers. I'm looking at the footballers.
I can name the games.
Dembele
I agree
has
with
been
you.
a massive disappointment his entire career. He even scored, like you said, 3 goals in Ligue 1 last season. Apparently, he was there last year.
But we're not talking about last
and
season,
And
though.
he's had a good season. Yes,
An elite
he's had a
season.
season where he didn't even manage as many goals as Lacazette did there 2 years ago. in Ligue 1.
28 GA in 29 games. What else do you want from him? Bearing in
Okay.
mind, he's got Barcola, Doué, who else? Kvaratskhelia. So many players around him that could easily take the spotlight away from him, and he's still been the Don.
No, to be fair.
In a
to
year,
back
sorry, one last point. In a year where Mbappe's left, everybody thought PSG were fun, but had a shocking start in the Champions League. What does he do? Get 8 goals
Okay,
in
cool,
6
cool.
assists in
We've
15
talked about-
games.
okay, cool. We've talked about
Scored in
Dembele.
the quarterfinals, scored in the semi-final.
We've talked about Dembele, yeah. We've talked about Dembele. Why wouldn't you give it to Lamine Yamal? Simply because of Dembele, or so you're not seeing enough.
I just
No.
I think Yamal's it's gonna go back to the GA because Ballon d'Or at the end of the day, it's about. It's changed to something where it's got to do with GA and how many trophies. And if you fit with that criteria, Dembele is a better candidate than Yamal. However, Lamine Yamal, in my opinion, is the better footballer, and he has proven to be the better footballer this year. So to back you here, Dylan, I do think Yamal is the better footballer. Who I think wins the Ballon d'Or in terms of the criterias, Dembele.
I mean, I hear that. So obviously we've also got the outside shouts. You've got Mohamed Salah, Raphinha, and Raphinha. What kind of chances are you not giving them?
I think
And
Raphinha has a
that's-
higher chance
and
than
that's-
Raphinha has
that's
a good
my-
Do you think Raphinha has a higher chance than Yamal?
Yeah.
And I think he should have the highest chance of every single person here, in my opinion.
He's your winner.
I think Raphinha should win the Ballon d'Or. Guys, I understand Dembele won the Champions League. I understand that, but I think Raphinha had the most impact on his team than out of every candidate in this list, bro.
I'll agree with that.
Can we check his numbers?
Of course, let's go through his numbers. But I do believe he has 35 goals and.
But if you're going to do the
22
numbers
assists.
game, then you can't ignore Salah.
It's not just the numbers. That's
Salah,
my point.
Salah's not a Ballon d'Or winner for me
Fair.
right now. But if you're going to do the numbers game, you can't ignore Salah.
No, we're not going to ignore Salah. We're going to get Salah as well.
Didn't Salah? He got most of his goals and all of that in the Prem. Like Raphinha
No.
Raphinha has the most goal contributions in the Champions League. He has so many goals for Barcelona in La Liga as well, bro. And we're looking at impact in the first leg in the semi-final. Got the equaliser 3-3 to give them a chance in the second leg, and in the second leg he got almost the winner. And then you get me a Cherby de la Madness, flipping hat-trick against Bayern Munich. How many goals has he got against Real Madrid this season in the big games, Clásicos, in the Copa del Rey final? I'm sure it was. In the Super Cup as well.
Mate, he's a joke. He's a joke.
He's been so impactful in finals, in big games. He steps up constantly, and I understand Dembele won the Ballon d'Or, won the Champions League. Sorry, but I just feel that Dembele really awoke as a Ballon d'Or candidate from January, from December, end of December. But for me, Raphinha this whole season has been killing it. For
I
Barcelona.
hear. Okay, well, special mention to Vitinha because he's never really going to win it
100%.
with the players available, but he's had a great season.
Unreal.
Being a
football.
player who came from Wolves not too long ago, it's quite impressive the way he's come up in his career so quickly. Obviously, he's not going to win it, but yeah, what I was talking to in regards to the numbers argument, you can't ignore Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a stats up right here. 38 Premier League games, 29 goals, 18 assists. Champions League,
And
9 goals,
I don't think
3 goals, 4 assists, and then 2 goals and 1 assist in the league.
Yeah.
So overall, in the League Cup, so overall, 52 games, 34 goals, 23 assists.
So more
It's
than
unreal,
Dembele.
isn't it?
More than Dembele. So he's
I
put up
believe more
the
than
most
Raphinha.
numbers in the best league, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not even a Salah man, which is why I'm trying to reiterate that Lamine Yamal has to be the one who wins it. Because if do you want to give the Ballon d'Or based on numbers, or do you want to give it based on the best footballer?
Based on both, which Dembele is. Dembele passes that
Dembele is
test.
nowhere. He's not.
Dembele
He's
passes that
fifth on the
test.
list for
He's
top
left-
footballer. He's fifth on the list for
Oh.
best footballer.
Who's
He's
a
fifth
bit?
on the list? Out of the five I've named.
Who's
out-
a better football player,
out
Dembele
of
or
the-
Mo
out of those
Salah?
four- Oh yeah.
Wait.
But Raphinha, and Lamine are all better.
Raphinha's a better footballer.
Raphinha's better than Dembele.
1,000,000%. This is not even close. Usman Dembele to
I'm not
Raphinha
sure
as
about that
footballers
one.
on the
Dembele,
eye.
bro.
This is silly, man. He's playing in the league. He scored 3 goals last
Why
year.
are we talking
Did you
about
not
the
see
league?
his performance against Arsenal in the Champions League in the final,
Left
playing as a
foot.
false 9?
He's dead.
He's
Left
not even.
foot, right
He's not
foot.
even
One
playing
scuff
as
goal.
He's playing in the false
one
9.
scuff goal after about 4 minutes.
Furthermore,
and then I
forget
saw
about the
nothing. I
Arsenal
saw
game.
nothing.
Forget about the Arsenal game. The Champions League final. He got 2 assists in that final. He won man of the match for a
Unbelievable.
reason. Sorry, he didn't
The
win
way
man of
he's
match,
dropping
but
in deep, collecting the ball, spreading the play, left foot, right foot,
He
goals, assists,
absolutely
everything,
penetrated
and
their
trophies. Bro, I'm sorry.
I
Even the
was watching
Club World
that.
Cup.
No. What
Even
I
the
would
Club
say,
World Cup right now.
I respect the Raphinha case 100%. And even, I understand your point about your
He's
mouth.
gonna win
The
it,
one
like-
thing that I don't like, though, is the fact that you're completely disregarding what Dembele's done this year. And that, for me, is completely...
Yeah.
I
I
can't
literally
have
haven't. I literally said at the start.
You're
I said-
saying the game's
I said-
gone if he wins it
I said-
because he did it in the French league. Of course you're saying that.
I've said, look, you can't deny that he's won the Champions League, he's won Ligue 1, and you know he.
See, even the
he's
way
done
you're
it.
saying it, bro, it's like, oh yeah, he just won the treble. You know, he just won the Champions League.
Why
Why are we
calling
saying
it a
it like
treble?
that?
Why are we calling it a
Because it
treble?
is. He's won the league trophy, the League and the Champions League.
Let's see if Arteta wins. You know, let's see if
Oh,
Arteta
here
wins.
we go,
Let's see if in 2
man.
years
Here we
Arteta
go,
wins the
bro.
Community Shield, Carabao Cup,
How
and
many?
FA Cup.
How many
Watch how
Champions?
quickly I call that a
How many
treble.
Champions
Watch.
Leagues has Mbappe won?
Huh?
How many Champions Leagues has Mbappe won? Yeah, he was 7 years.
He's
He was
won
on
a
that
World
team.
Cup.
No, we're talking about Champions Leagues. He was. Dembele's won a World Cup as well. We won't get into that, but he has, innit? But what I will say is that he was Mbappe in that team for 7 years, and Neymar, Messi, everybody that you could dream of, and still couldn't get the job done. In the final in 2020, Neymar's the one that stepped up, not him. Dembele has done the complete opposite.
Furthermore, how is Mbappe not even in this conversation? I just clocked the
Because
amount of goals
He's
put up in
won
his first season
no
at Real
trophy.
Madrid.
Man. His
The same
season,
reason why
his
Salah
stats
can't win.
are impressive. His stats are impressive, but he got embarrassed, knocked out of the Champions League, didn't win his league. You can't give him the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
Same with like
he-
Harry
he-
Kane.
he'll
be-
Had
he'll be
8
top
years.
10.
Let's
He'll be
not
top
pretend
10.
that Dembele is a better footballer than Mbappe, though.
Mbappe is a better footballer
okay,
than Dembele.
yeah.
100%.
It's not by night and day though.
I just
it
think
is.
In terms of ability, technical ability, Dembele is one of the best, bro.
what's the
Miles
criteria?
off it.
What's the criteria for you guys when it comes to the Ballon d'Or?
The criteria is the best player on the team. Like, forget the stats in terms of even.
You have to be the best player in the team.
You have to be the best player
Yeah.
in your team.
and that team has to be doing
Is
something.
Dembele the best player on this team?
Wait.
No.
We're naming the criteria first. Best, like one of the best players in the team, at least both eye test and stats, in my opinion. Step up in
he's
big
not.
games and win trophies. Those are my 3, like without a shadow of a doubt. The reason why I'm not going to push the Salah narrative, bearing in mind, from August until like December, January, I was a Salah guy. I wanted him to win, and I do love Salah. I don't like the Salah hate that he gets. However, in that Carabao Cup final, he didn't turn up, and against PSG, Dembele dogged him. They absolutely walked all over him, and he didn't do nothing about it. Got locked up for a whole 2 legs. So when you're in that situation, in the biggest of big games, and he didn't turn up, your case definitely goes down. Raphinha, the one thing I'll give you credit is that, for example, against Inter, he scored what should have been the winning goal. He did his
Exactly.
bit.
And
But
equaliser.
Barcelona bottled it, and on top of that, as you said, scored in the big games. The one thing for me is that Dembele has over Raphinha is that he just hasn't stopped. And the team, shout out to, you were saying shout out to Vitinha, shout out to Pedri, I think has to
Yeah.
get a shout out. He's been elite for Barca.
100%.
Nuno Mendes as well, been amazing. Even like Harry Kane and Mbappe, who have the stats.
So I'm trying to tell you, Dembele's not even been PSG's best player. He's just been the face man.
They don't win the
one that's-
Champions League without Ousmane Dembele.
Ah, man.
Do you
They
think,
don't, they
You
don't,
think
they don't.
Barcola starts over Dembele, they win the
yeah.
Champions League?
Huh?
You think if Barcola starts over Dembele, they win the Champions League?
I think there's
And
there's
everything
many
else.
other players on planet Earth that could have played Dembele's role in that.
No!
PSG.
To be fair,
That's
Dylan,
so
Dylan,
wrong.
to be fair, in the second leg when PSG against us, literally, Dembele wasn't playing, and we literally had.
still lost. We still got slapped.
I know.
We still lost. But there you go. Oh my god, I'm so glad you said that. So he didn't even play in the second leg against Arsenal.
And we got touched.
And they still
We
beat
touched
us.
them.
Yeah, but why are we using
By the
Arsenal as
same
the
amount,
benchmark?
by the same amount of goals as they did in the first leg when he was playing.
But why are we using Arsenal as the benchmark here?
Because we're just that good. We're just so good. You know what I mean? Like,
To
we're
be
just-
fair,
To be fair, we got more XG than them.
Yeah, we're the only
yeah,
team to beat them on
yeah.
XG. We're the only team to beat them on XG. Anyways, but guys, to wrap up, honestly, let's just go through again who you would like to win the Ballon d'Or. Let's start with Dylan.
I would give it to Lamine Yamal.
Fair enough.
He's lit the footballing stage alight in the last 12 months.
And I'm proud of him.
I think Ousmane Dembele has had one of the best remontadas in football history. To go from a guy who couldn't play football, like was getting injured every single time he stepped on a football pitch, being an
'Cause he's
absolute meme. Not done.
he's
Got
needy.
subbed off in like what, the 30th minute in a World Cup final. To go from that to what he's done this year, not only does that take balls, that takes mental strength, and to be a great football player. That's why he's my Ballon d'Or.
Understood. Sims.
Exactly what Waleed said. Dembele deserves the Ballon d'Or. Got the trophies to back it. Got the stats to back it. Got the eye test to back it. Big games, ticks all the criteria for me. Give him the Ballon d'Or.
But just before we end this, yeah, we are in agreement, yeah. You guys are in agreement for the same team. So let me ask you two a question before we end this off. Who's been the best player for Barcelona this season? Raphinha or Yamal?
Raphinha.
To end it off.
If we're talking about Ballon d'Ors,
No.
the best
player at Barcelona. Who's it
the
been?
best player at Barcelona, obviously Yamal, man.
I think Yamal.
But if you were to give the Ballon d'Or to one of them, for me, it's Raphinha.
So you think Raphinha's had a better season
So
than
Raphinha's
Yamal?
put the better numbers, but I
100%
think Yamal's better, yeah.
So do you think Yamal's a better player for
Rafinha's had
Barca
the
than
better season than Yamal. Rafinha's had a better season than Yamal. Rafinha's had a better
That
season.
Inter Milan game, Yamal living rent free in my head.
It's one of
True,
the best
true.
individual performances I've ever seen in my life.
Jaw dropping.
It's
So,
true.
yeah, he actually was insane.
It's true.
Both legs.
But guys, honestly, thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it, and I'm sure we all do as well right here. Take a look at the next video, please.
Let us know what you think down below as well.
We need to see you guys' thoughts.
Because I want to know who you guys think. 100%.
Anyways,
We all know Dennis Chan was. But on that note,
take care, subscribe, all of that schnaz in a bit. Peace.
love.